Welcome in, everybody. It's draft day. It's going to be a long, drawn-out show, I have a feeling, but we are here. It's just Adam and myself tonight. Adam, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I am trying to get things figured out here. I wanted to go to TikTok today, but I don't think my internet is strong enough to do it. So maybe in the future, I don't know.
We'll get that figured out. That'd be cool. I mean, we're basically everywhere else, which is nice. But I don't even want to talk football yet, man. You're looking great. How many pounds are you
Thank you
down
very much.
now?
What's that?
How many pounds have you lost so far, if you don't mind sharing?
182.
Man, proud of you, man. That's super. That's really awesome. That's really
I'm
good.
getting there. I ain't stopping yet.
Oh my gosh, I just clicked on an episode to try to give us a thumbs up for us, and look at this face.
Oh no.
From 9 years ago, 209.
Crazy.
Oh, old Tommy from back in the day. Shout out Tommy Gunn. That's cool. Well, this is cool. I got you on my left side, and I'm waiting for comments to come in. Mike's here already. What's going on, brother? How are you? And I've got the Pat McAfee show, Draft Spectacular. They're showing a lot of old school Pittsburgh stuff, which is really cool. They just had Bill Cowher interviewing Jerome Bettis by whatever river that is in town. I am not familiar with Pittsburgh geography, so
I got
don't kill
Little
me.
Caesars ad on Tubi.
Little Caesars is great. I took my son to this teriyaki place tonight because he loves Panda Express, and I was like, maybe you'll like this better. And he, of course, was like, Panda Express is way better than this place.
Oh yeah.
I'm fat and happy though. I had a zebra cake, and I'm getting a whole cup full of diabetes right here. And
I grabbed myself a protein bar, a chocolate cookie dough one, and I am excited to have this in a little bit.
nice. Yeah, ready for the draft. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Mike's probably the only one watching at the moment, and I'm stoked for the draft too. I have very much lowered my standards for this year looking at the draft. The only thing that I consistently have seen is Dylan Thieneman from Oregon, and then I can't even tell you the other kid's name, another safety that might be linked. Um,
I've seen a lot of people hoping that Caleb Downs will fall to Minnesota, the Ohio State defensive back.
I would bet my mortgage that's not going to happen, but that would be really cool. Um, Yeah, it's just it seems like safety is the move, which isn't like, blow you out of the water like sexy pick, but it wasn't a
But lately,
sexy
I've
pick
been seeing
last
some
year.
defensive linemen linked too, which is interesting.
I think it's like I'm seeing corner, I'm seeing safety. Obviously, I would love a center, but there's not one in round one. So
I know
I
there are people like, oh, grab a wide receiver or a running back. That would be a luxury pick if one fell.
and that's the whole value. I said, think again. What's up, dude? Uh, that's my buddy Aaron Madison, I believe, if I have it right. What's up, man? Haven't seen him in a while. He's a good old Cowboy fan. He can give us the scoop there. How do you feel about them tagging Pickens? Heard that means he's tradable now, which I don't think. I wouldn't trade George Pickens. Shit, he might be better than CeeDee Lamb. So, but yeah, for Minnesota, I don't. They have a lot of needs. This team's good, not great. There's some good players. There's one absolutely great player, and a lot of good players. But I think they have an opportunity to get. I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's really nice that they're not pigeonholed to pick someone ahead of where the value would be, and they don't have to like absolutely take. Like 2 years ago, they kind of had to take a quarterback.
Hey, my buddy Clinch is in here. He wants a punter.
Nice. Clint, what's funny? When I went to the Vegas Super Bowl a few years ago, I got to do the NFL experience, and they let you come up on stage with the number one of your favorite NFL team, and I said that I was from North Carolina and I was a long snapper. And the guy running it said, I've never heard anyone say that before. So, great minds think alike. Not happy with the pick and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, man. At least you're not Cincinnati. You're going to give like half of your salary cap to 4 players. That's crazy.
If they
I
were
don't
going to do
know.
that, why didn't they just keep their edge rusher? I don't
That's
get
what I'm
it.
saying. I get that Dexter Lawrence is younger, and I think at his position, when at his peak, is better than Trey Hendrickson is. But Trey Hendrickson gave you like 37 sacks in 2 years. I don't know. They just kicked him to the curb. It was very dirty. I didn't like that.
Then they gave up assets and gave him an extension, which is crazy.
I don't understand the way that team operates. I don't understand how the Jets keep fucking it up every year and the Cardinals, but it makes for good TV, that's for sure.
I was reading some reports that the Jets are going to wait until next year to go for their quarterback in the draft.
I think Geno's fine if you can keep him upright and healthy. Because it seems like Ty Simpson, the kid from Alabama, he's linked to Arizona probably like early tomorrow, or maybe they jump back in at the end of round one. But I think the drop off from Mendoza to anybody else is very steep. Adder, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a minute. Glad to have you back.
And who knows, we might get some news on a possible Vikings player getting traded today or tomorrow.
Yeah, there's rumors swirling. I'm not sure how much I believe them that Jonathan Grenard was linked to the Eagles, which would make me want to throw a hammer at my face. If my buddy Dave is watching, fuck Philadelphia. I hate that team forever. Love you. Hate that team. Yeah, I don't know how much I believe that. I didn't see one of those Instagram pages, which I respect. I like Vikes Verified a lot, but I feel like that's a lot of the stuff this week. And Adam knows. Adam works for the Viking Age, very good website. You should go check his stuff out. But a lot of the stuff that happens on social media, especially in the last 5 to 10 years, is when something is about to happen big like the draft, people just post whatever. And I feel like when we sent that today, I was like, it's convenient that it happens hours before the draft that you have, oh yeah, they're linked to Philly with Jonathan Grenard. Like I don't buy into that.
Well, I don't see Minnesota needing Grenard this year because they could have Dallas Turner step right in there. But having that depth available is good too, so Minnesota really shouldn't be in any hurry to pawn him off, but you never know.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a blessing and a curse. If he goes and you get good compensation, sure. Add some young, cheap players. That's the thing. At the top of the second round or wherever you would pick, a lot of those players have the same grade and ceiling according to their projectability. I wouldn't hate it, but I would like that rotation of kind of like the Philly thing that they do there. We just have a sea of pass rushers and depth. I really enjoy that, but I get it. I've grown to like Jonathan Grenard being on the team, so I'm a little biased. I'd like him to stay, but if the price is right, we'll see. Good to see you again, too. He says, I wouldn't say no to an Eagles second-round pick. That would be steep. I don't know if they'd give up a second. I feel like they would give a player and a third. He's just the best general manager in the league. Any deal you do with them, I feel like the other team always comes out with less.
I cannot get this thing to pop out so I can go and watch the other thing.
I wish you had set up. I wish I had another TV. I've got 2 monitors here, and I could put the draft up here and glance if I wanted to, but you guys would have to stare at my double chin, and I don't want that. So, sup, dudes? What's going on, Scott? It's good to have you. Yeah, excited for draft day, man. Vikings are picking 18th, but
Yep.
We'll see. From everything that I'm hearing, this could be very chaotic, and I've loosely paid attention to this. I haven't paid attention at all, if I'm being honest, but everything that I'm hearing from Rich Eisen and I can see Todd McShay was on his show. I listen to Dan Patrick a lot. A lot of the teams, apparently, and this is Tom Pelissero's stuff that he was saying yesterday, a lot of teams only have a first-round grade on like 15 players. But there's 32 picks in the first round. So there may be lots of trade backs. It'll be interesting to see where the running back goes between 3 and pick 8. I don't think he falls to 7 or 8, but that could be like the latest. And there will be a shuffle of pass rushers based on, do you want to develop this guy at number 2, or do you want to take a pure pass rusher and then he goes at 3 to Arizona? I don't know. But
I feel like Arizona is the ultimate wild card in this draft. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to do, and they could pick just about anybody.
They've got the luxury of being so bad that anybody they add will be it'll be jersey sales number 1, but it'll be a little bit of hope that, oh, hey, cool, we've got a really good player now. Because after you lose Kyler Murray, who's the best player on their team? Budda Baker? at this point.
Probably.
Uh,
Or
double
that
chin just
tight
means.
end.
Oh, Ertz?
No.
No. Who am I thinking of?
The name is escaping me.
Yep.
Someone in the chat will come up with it.
The tight end in Arizona, forget who it is. Double chin just means twice as much with us. That's hilarious. You know, I've tried to get rid of it over the last 2 years. Adam and I are doing pretty good in our health journey, as they would call it these days. So I'm happy to report the double chin is fading away. I had a good long beard there for a little while, and then I can't keep it.
That's what this is for.
It's about 2 inches all the way around, but I just can't do. It's a lot of combing and maintenance, which I don't like.
Oh, dang.
Chiefs DB
Bad
coach
things
arrested
happening
for
in Kansas
domestic
City.
causing bodily harm to his daughter. Dude, what a dramatic day for the NFL. Jesus, man. If you guys haven't heard the latest and greatest between Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini, it is spicy. I see Roger Goodell up there. Who is that? Is that Cam Hayward? That's TJ Watt. That's really cool. Yeah, Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel pictures came out today for you, those of you that didn't see it, and they were in a bar in 2020 together, hands on the leg, they're kissing, and we just found out, I sent it to the guys in the chat, that Diana Rossini's first son is named Michael, and I think that's in very poor taste, but, you know. We don't know the full details, but now we officially know, like, they were definitely having an affair, which I was telling...
At least they weren't at a Coldplay concert.
I can't believe they vehemently denied it, and it's like, you guys got caught, you know? Like,
right?
That's the part that bothers me. To steal a quote from the movie Draft Day, I've never had a guy lie and then stick up for the lie. That rubs me the wrong way a lot, but we could talk about this for 10 minutes. You know, Diana Rossini, whatever happens to her, hey, sorry you made a poor choice. You're a reporter. But the fact that Vrabel's not going to get any... He's not going to get fired. They just went to the Super Bowl.
Well, there's nothing illegal there anyway, is there?
It's not about being illegal so much as how can you coach a team full of young men about integrity when you're having an affair? Like, that's...
I mean, I don't even know if they have a morality clause in place. If so, Stephon Diggs probably wouldn't be there.
I don't think he's going to get fired or suspended. I just think it's the principle of you're coaching young men to be honest and work hard and do all that. And it's like, you can't even be honest with your spouse. And that, you know, spouses of any job, much less the NFL, like these coaches are there 18 hours out of the day. I don't know. I can't be the morality police. It rubbed me the wrong way that both of them were like, this is laughable. And it's like, is it? You were at a couples retreat. Like 2 hours south of where the NFL is meeting at a couples place. That was weird, but...
I mean, there aren't a lot of great examples of being faithful in America right now. So what can you do?
That's so true, man. I won't dog on him. You guys will see more of it. Too high profile, recognize openly. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Be a little more discreet, whatever. If we go defensive tackle, can we guilt Harry into one more year? Dude, I don't want Harrison Smith to ever retire. Like, we keep saying that, maybe this is last year. We've been saying that for 2 seasons now.
And he actually played pretty well last year, so I'm on board. If he wants to come back, cool.
I'm going to say it now.
It's going to happen.
Just like I said 2 or 3 shows ago, I think the weakest overall position group in this team is the secondary. And that's all respect to Isaiah Rodgers. Byron Murphy's a fine corner. But I would love to see, if they had 2 picks in the first 2 days that were all secondary, like if we got 2 secondary players with those, I would not be upset about that.
Isn't there like a 6'4" corner in this draft?
There's a huge corner in this draft. There's also a corner that got really injured in 2024, but he was incredible up to his injury that may go first round.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if I like that. I feel like Minnesota always has bad luck with those kind of players, but, you know. Strange he waits until... Yeah, that was odd.
I don't know if this is live, but Lynn Swann and Hines Ward are on the stage.
I'm seeing it with... Are you getting the Pat McAfee coverage too, or is it something different?
I got some weird thing on Tubi.
So I know that this year they went down to 8 minutes, and I feel like they're going to try to eventually get there. Who was it? He's always on there with Colin Cowherd. I love him to death, but I can't think of his name. He was a bald dude. He was a scout. He's way better than that fucking dork that's on Colin Cowherd's show now. That's his sidekick. But he said, hey, one of my predictions is within the next couple of years they're going to get it down to 5 minutes per pick. There's no reason to sit around waiting. If you can't answer your phone in 300 seconds, that's your problem. And I kind of agree with him.
Right.
Not trying to rush this and get it over with, but I can't believe that we had 10 minutes per pick up until like a couple of years ago. But I like that it's at 8 minutes. That gives them time to make some phone calls and trade around. Somebody asked about a trade earlier. New York has 5 and 10. I think they have the best position overall in the draft. I know that the Cowboys, the Jets, the Dolphins. I'm trying to think who else. There's like 5 teams with 2 picks in the first round this year, which is crazy. And it's weird, based on everything we've been used to the last 5 or 6 years. Kansas City's picking in the top 10. They weren't supposed to be there. The Rams got somebody's pick at 13. They shouldn't be up. They were in the NFC Championship game, but they've got somebody else's pick up there. So it'll be interesting to see who jumps around. I'm really happy for whatever team gets Jeremiah Love. If he goes to Tennessee, I think that would be awesome for that town. You know, being a smaller franchise and having a young quarterback and then a stud rookie running back, that'll be fun. That'll make the AFC South more competitive.
And even if he ends up going to like Arizona or something, he can have like a big spotlight in a smaller pond, and that's good too.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm totally
Make those games worth watching, you know.
Totally agree. And that's the thing. Rich Eisen was saying today or yesterday was like, who do you have there now that Kyler's gone? You'll see a lot of Larry Fitzgerald and Kurt Warner jerseys, maybe some Carson Palmer's up there.
Trey McBride, that's that tight end's name.
Oh, there you go. Yes, he's really good. That would probably be the most popular one. Not a lot of safety jerseys in the crowd.
No.
So no disrespect to Buda Baker.
Although if you go to a Vikings game, you're going to see those Harrison Smith jerseys, you know?
Very, very true. I was amazed they reduced the time from 10 to 8, more broadcast time means ad revenue. Yeah, I know. That's all it is about money now. I'm watching one. Why do I know this guy's face? And it's Peter Schrager, and I can't think of the other guy. I feel like he's a social media dude. Ty Simpson, plus 2,500 odds to go to the Vikings. I'm going to tell you right now, buddy, I don't think that's happening.
There's a reason those odds are so astronomical.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't see that happening. You got Murray, McCarthy, and Wentz. I don't think that they're going to go
Andrew, I got a Paul Kroos jersey to wear, and I got a Paul Kroos jersey that's signed, so I'm all set in my Paul Kroos.
Wolfman Vike, what's going on? Holy crap, lots of people. I know, that seems like it'd be a fun event to be at. If they have it in Charlotte at any point, I probably will go.
I am not going to any event where I got to stand the whole time. I'm out.
I don't blame you there. That's what they don't tell you. I used to go to all those festivals in my 20s for those big rock shows, and when you stand out in the sun for 12 hours, you're paying like $8 for a bottle of water. That shit gets old really fast.
Oh, absolutely.
A Kraus jersey. I got a signed one somewhere in the garage.
And I want to say the last festival I went to was probably Ozfest in like 2012 or something like that.
Oh,
or
gosh.
2007 or something.
Wish I could have went to Ozfest back in the day. That's a regret.
Yeah, I had a buddy that was like, we're going to go. Do you want to go? I'm like, yeah, why not? At that time, I wasn't really into a ton of that music, but I had fun.
Well, knowing, growing up, Ozzy was already, quote-unquote, old to us. But now that he's gone, of course, you have that regret. I've been listening to a shitload of Black Label Society. I love Zakk Wylde. And, it made me have a little bit of, regret not going when I was younger, but I'm the same way. Like, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. They are not my cup of tea, although they do have the hits that I like and a couple of B-sides. But, like, they would have a System of a Down there or Korn. It's not really my cup of tea. I like those bands. I don't love them. Not enough to go stand out in the sun for 12 hours. So, I always thought that was cool.
I was happy I got to see, like, Slipknot and Judas Priest and some of those bands. So
that's awesome. I went in KC for the whole day of one. We left after the third. Yeah. Unless the Vikings were picking top 10, I don't know. But if it's in my hometown, I might have to go to that just because I know I'll have a place to stay. I don't have to get a hotel, that kind of stuff. But
Because I'm already thinking about maybe trying to sneak out after the Vikings pick.
oh, today?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'm good when you're good. I got to work tomorrow, so. Uh, is the pick
That should be
already
the most
in?
obvious pick is Mendoza to the Raiders.
He seems like a good kid. So who said it today? I think it was Dan Patrick. He had on Daniel Jeremiah, and whoever else. Like it, he's already a CEO, and he's like barely out of college. He just has that demeanor and the way he speaks. It's pretty awesome. Well, I'm looking on here. Raiders additions: Kirk Cousins. The trade was canceled for Max Crosby. Tyler Linderbaum. Kwity Paye. Didn't know they added him. That's good. Quay Walker. Jalen Naylor. Nakobe Dean, Eric Stokes, good Lord, Taron Johnson. Jesus, they added a lot of talent. Will alternative Kyle be joining us? No, Kyle West is out. You can tell him that he needs to be back on here. You can leave your complaints with me. I'll forward them to him.
But West did say who his favorite prospect in the draft was, but there's no way they're going to come to Minnesota.
Who was that? I forgot.
Sonny Styles?
Oh, no, he's not going to make it. Yeah, you said he'd be...
I really think he's going to end up a Giant.
Yeah.
It's just
Fernando
a fit that makes too much sense, you know?
It does make too much sense. I don't think they're going to pick a running back that high, although that would be enticing for Jackson Dart to pair him. But Colin Cowherd did a good pick. He's like, if you're sitting there at 10 and there's a tackle on the board, he was poo-pooing all over those tackles in New York. He's like, hey, these guys can't stay healthy. He's like, you got to keep Jackson Dart out of the blue tent. That's his favorite place besides the football field.
Oh, no, Kyle West is in Iowa. There is no best in Iowa.
Are they booing? Yeah, they did. We were just talking about that the other day. Xavier Rhodes, Cordero Patterson, and Sharif Floyd. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I was talking with one of my friends about that the other day. Xavier Rhodes turned out to be a fine player for more than one contract. Cordero Patterson was a little gadget guy, but he was great on returns. And Sharif Floyd was the big what if. Would have loved to have seen what he would have been like had he stayed healthy.
All right, I will be honest. I thought the draft started at 8:30, and I was like, oh, boy, we've got a little bit of time to BS, but it started at 8?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Because I was like, they're talking like they already picked Mendoza, and they did.
Yeah. No surprise there. This will be good. Where will Bain from Miami go? They have some of the ones I've seen have him going to Kansas City. Something about his arm length. I always think that was crazy. Who gives a shit what their arm length is? Did you watch them play against other players? Like, it's just like the combine. It's like, dude, I don't care about the underwear Olympics. What do they do on the field? You know what I mean?
So the New York Jets are on the clock, according to Tubi.
Is it tradition to boo? Yes. I had high hopes for Sharif Floyd too, Clint. Really did. Wasn't that a botched surgery that got him out of the league?
Yeah. At first it wasn't, but then his knee started going, and it was just a steady decline there, which was kind of what happened to Matt Khalil too. He was a Pro Bowl he was a Pro Bowl blocker before those knee injuries. So who knows what Matt Khalil could have been?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, Mendoza isn't exactly the most charismatic when it comes to having a wild personality. He does fall into that kind of bland Kirk Cousins area, but that's okay.
That's kind of what you want from your quarterback, though. I don't want him to be flashy. I like as much crap as we gave Kirk for being a dork. At least I know he's not out doing stupid stuff.
I didn't realize Bernie walked in front of the camera.
That's
Adder
awesome.
caught it.
Nerve damage from meniscus cleanup. I know he's a coach now, but yeah, man, that would piss me off. Obviously, you want to get in, you want to play a long time, and you want to get your bag, but that sucks.
Wow, they're saying Mendoza is comparable to Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty big.
Who's saying that?
Whoever this guy is on Tubi.
I don't know if I agree with that. It's pretty cool though. It's not
Because
terrible.
I am too broke to pay for a streaming television, so I got Tubi.
I don't do it either. I got a couple of the stuff from me and my kid, like Disney Plus and Hulu, Amazon, but I tried. Is it DirecTV? Had the package with NFL Network, but I don't watch television. And when I get on my smart TV now, I pull up YouTube. It's hilarious. It's the same thing I can watch
can
on my
never
phone.
think of what to watch when I think, let's pull up YouTube. I don't have YouTubers I watch.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't go back and look at like sports highlights or anything either.
It depends on my
Meowing?
mood. Whatever mood I'm in. Honestly, it's like I have a lot of stuff I feel like is soothing that you go through. I like watching people build houses and cabins for whatever reason. There's no chance that's the last thing on earth I would ever do because I'm just not a handyman like that. But I find it really cool to watch the process. I love watching people clean dirty cars for whatever reason. I don't know.
On TikTok, there's this guy that like cleans up people's yards for free, and I like watching him.
S&B Mowing. Is that
There
the
we
one?
go.
Man, I love that. That's always nice to see him do something cool for
And it's always
somebody
like
in the
some
community,
little old lady that can't do it herself.
which is awesome. All right. David Bailey to the Jets.
Well, Tubi is a little behind you guys, so maybe I'll find a stream or something because I don't have the pick in yet.
I like Blacksmith Channel. That's actually awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, Blacksmith channels. There's a lot of like comedy that I watch. You know, podcasters doing funny stuff, but it's just funny how that whatever your algorithm gives you, when you like one video, that'll be there for a month trying to get you to watch it again.
All right, just a warning, this might come in a little loud, and if it does, I will mute it. But I'm going to try to get a ESPN.
Touche. That's awesome.
All right, can you hear that through my stream?
I cannot hear anything from you on that end. That's good.
All right, then this works pretty good because now I got Arizona on the clock, which is where I should be. But I got 4.5 minutes to go, so I might be behind.
I don't have a counter on mine since I'm watching the Pat McAfee one. Let's see if I can redo this. Oh, here we go. The draft on ABC. I'd rather watch that. No disrespect to Pat, but I can only take him in spurts. Oh, cool. Now the counter's on there. They have 3 minutes left. I love that so much. So, yeah, let's talk a little Vikings stuff. Everybody's coming in. I think Kevin O'Connell spoke this week. I didn't get to listen to the press conference, but I know there was a clip about Justin Jefferson saying that he was excited that Kyler Murray was picked up. It should put a spark in the room. Of course, all the pundits in Vikings land was like, oh, he hates J.J. McCarthy. And, I'm pretty sure he said like a million times, I'll play with anybody at quarterback. I don't give a shit. So it's cool. It's cool that it's springtime and, with the draft being here, the new season feels like it's actually here.
Right?
I have no idea. No idea what the Vikings are going to do. There's a lot that's going to happen in the next hour and a half, but I think they have a lot of needs. I can't say for sure there's a position group where I'm like, nope, they're absolutely solid. They don't have to get someone. I like that they're in the position where they can go best player available. I really enjoy that. That's probably the best position to be in. So I'm happy with that. Like I said, I hate when you have to overdraft someone just because it's a position of need. I always look back to Adrian Peterson and say, listen, you didn't absolutely need him that year, but he turned out to be great.
Hey, same thing with Randy Moss. The Vikings didn't need Randy Moss, but he fell in their lap.
It's a good problem to have. So we'll see what they
And
do.
with,
We got
Rob Brzezinski in charge in the draft room, we really have no idea what to expect from him.
which I think is hilarious. Has a team ever done that where they just didn't name a GM and they just said, "Here's an interim"? Like, he's the general manager. Like, just
Right.
go ahead and say it. He's been with the team forever. So
I know they said they want to do a GM hunt after, but if this draft goes well,
Why?
I don't see the point.
And what does that tell Rob? Like, what if they have a draft and then they go out and they're like, "Hey, we're going to look for a GM now." How does that make him feel? You know, like, "Hey, I've been with the team forever, but I guess I'll go kick rocks because I don't know why they didn't do a I don't know why they didn't do a search before, but that's above my pay grade. I'm just a fanatic."
Right. I'm just a guy sitting at home in front of my computer. That's me.
What I enjoy is thinking that the quarterback room has been elevated. I do believe it has. And then from there, I like the projection. They have a third place schedule this year. I think they were competitive enough last year where you go, hey, they ended on a 5-game win streak. They changed some things that work. I think they have a formula in place. Really, it just comes down to the one thing.
Is in.
It just comes down to if they're going to stay healthy or not. You got to keep the healthy players on the team and stay away from the injury bug.
And it sounds like Justin Jefferson's actually really excited about Kyler Murray, which is cool.
I like it. I think he's a hell of a player. I said it on a show recently that we had probably 3 or 4 shows ago, but when we got him, somebody put a clip out, and it was basically him addressing all of you don't want to work hard. He's like, I did this, this, and this in high school. Nobody's ever done that. I got drafted in the MLB at this number. Nobody's ever done it, XYZ. And he goes, you guys realize I'm 5'9". He goes, it's already hard enough as it is because I'm shorter. He's like, and you think I don't care? It's like, what sense does that make? And I'm like, when you say it like that, it's kind of hard to argue. I just hope he can stay healthy. I'm not a fan of shorter quarterbacks, but if he's on my team,
When
I'm
I was
root
younger,
for him.
I used to think that Mel Kiper was like a genius and knew everything. And now that I'm older, I'm like, he's guessing just like us. All right, Arizona, who's it?
Jeremiah Love, the running back. Wow. Did not expect that. That means Arvell Reese would be there for Robert Saleh and Tennessee. I think they run to do that. That seems like a player straight for him. Andrew, please don't get me started. I hate when they say shit like quarterback is 1-11. I can't do it. I give the argument now, which everybody said 20 years before me, but somebody said the other day, put up the picture of Adrian Peterson, rookie of the year, offensive player of the year, MVP, blah blah. Is he a first ballot Hall of Famer? And some dumbass in the comments was like, no. He's like, he never won the big thing, the big ring. Like, he doesn't have any hardware. And I was like, first of all, I don't think you understand what the definition of hardware is. He quite literally has like 7 pieces of hardware.
Anymore, pretty good.
And then also, if you're not going to give people who won a ring the Hall of Fame, so you're saying Trent Dilfer should get in over Dan Marino? Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
Shut up. Just be quiet. You don't deserve to talk. I just can't get down with stuff like that. It's dumb. Questy was hired just before the draft.
Arizona is such a weird pick to me.
He's a damn good player, but I don't know. I think you should build from the outside in and start in the trenches, but
Remember when the formula was to build around the quarterbacks and grab your quarterback last?
yeah. Well, they haven't even paid Jacoby Brissett yet, so we don't know who could be there. If they end up taking Ty Simpson in the second round, man, that'll be something. Arizona got him a running back.
What an interesting pick.
Maybe we draft the other. Yeah, he should be the second running back taken if you ask me, but I don't think that they will take him in the second round. I mean, maybe if he falls. I don't think running back is necessarily like a dire need for the team, but I wouldn't be upset with it. As long as you don't overdraft someone where you clearly know like they should go in the third or fourth round and you take them in the second, but at that point, anything from the second to the top of the fourth, that's like all the same grade you're going to have on these players. So I let them do what they do. I don't know. The ghost of Peyton Manning is my favorite example. I love when they were comparing, McCarthy's woes to Peyton Manning's first year. I'm like, all right, let's chill the fuck out on comparing him to Peyton Manning in any way, shape, or form. But I get what you're trying to say. Emmett Johnson with 97. Tell me more, David. My buddy David knows all about this stuff. I haven't heard that name, but I maybe you did suggest it. I haven't done any prep on this. This is the most lax year I've had with football. JJ McCarthy broke my spirit last year. I'm not going to lie to you, man. I was so mad at this team. I just wanted a year of consistency.
Winning record last season, I will never know.
How they swept Detroit last year with Max Brosmer starting again. That was the most shocking part of last season, like the entire NFL. I could not believe it. I went to my brother's for Christmas. I brought my son. We were all together with the family. I was like, I'm not watching this game because it's going to make me mad. And then turned it on. I was like, holy shit, we're going to win. Okay.
And I kept my streak of games I go to with a win go. That's important.
Charlotte, how the heck are you? How's Jonathan? 4 picks in under 30 minutes. I love this new formula. That's what I like to see.
Oh, yeah, we are flying. And the Tennessee Titans are on the clock, and I got 2:45 left.
They have already got the pick in on my end.
There's the pick. So
Flores
I'm not too far behind you guys.
Driving me crazy. Yeah, you and me both, Charlotte.
I know I'd be quicker if I just looked on X, but I'd rather see it with my eyes, rather than just read it on X.
You know what? Florio said that the other day, and I have to agree with him. Like, I don't have Twitter anyways, but I stay off social media because I don't want to see it before it comes out. It's very spoiler alert-ish, and I don't like that. Oh, I got what you're saying.
Sounds like he's ready for business there in Arizona, so I hope he works out for them because they could use a little happiness,
Yeah. So what's happened so far? Fernando Mendoza went to the Raiders. Bailey went to the Jets, and the Cardinals just picked a running back, a very, very good running back. We didn't think he was going to go there, but it is what it is. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love at 3 was interesting for sure.
I like it. I don't know that that's like the 100% best choice, but they literally need every player they could get their hands on, so whatever. Titans pick is in. I don't know why it takes 10 years for them to come up and say it, but yeah. Shout out Nashville. I loved living there. If my son lived with me full time, I might still be in that city. I quite enjoy that town. Even if it's country music's not your thing, there is live music everywhere all the time, which I can always get down with. Dayball on the phone. Titans going offense. I think they're going to take Arvell Reese.
That's pretty much everything open for the Titans, but I don't really know their roster well enough to make a great guess. I mean, you'd want to go edge rusher because that's where the value is right now, right?
I would think Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Holy shit. So that's the best receiver in the draft. So Cam Ward has him. Who's the receiver for the Titans? It's all right, too.
Trying to help their young quarterback? Why not?
I like that. Man, if he can develop, he's going to be really fun to watch. It's not Reese. So if you're the Giants, you got to take Arvell Reese. They had this dude projected as number 2. And Love is off the board, so you're going to pick at 10 again too. Do they go Sonny Styles or do they go Arvell Reese?
Yes, it's a little unexpected so far.
Andrew, I wish that you would have seen me while I was there when what is it, 2020 and 2021. That was always fun. And it's only gotten bigger. That place has only added a whole new terminal and everything else. They got some good restaurants too. Oh, look, it's Ryan Day and his Just for Men beard. Look at you.
When I went and got my hair cut on Wednesday, I was telling her, I'm thinking about coloring my beard, and she's like, don't you do it.
Don't. There's no way. You couldn't pay me to dye my beard.
But see, I could do like my beard and my eyebrows black and leave the hair red.
There was a guy when I was training dogs in North Carolina a long time ago. He showed up during our class. He was a canine handler student. And I was the youngest guy there, teaching some very veteran cops and new dogs. But he showed up like every 4 weeks with
Are you
black.
watching this Tate for the Titans walk down the hallway?
He's already on the stage for me, but yes.
Because he's kind of got that Stephon Diggs swagger to him.
He does. I like that he went up and touched the Titans logo. I love that they get to put on the hat for the first time in front of the mirror. That's pretty sweet.
He seems to have a lot of confidence, which is important for a wide receiver.
Man, he plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Giants
so I'm watching
on
his
the clock. David thinks he's tiny.
Carnell Tate's tiny. Let me see his measurables here. I didn't know that. He looked all right. Ow.
I don't know. He only looks to be like an inch or two taller than Roger Goodell.
The pick is in already. Good job, New York.
They didn't waste no time. You think it's going to be Angel Reese?
Angel Reese. Carnell Tate, 6'2", 192.
Oh, that's a lean boy right there.
6'2" is pretty good, though.
But I thought when the Eagles drafted that really lean receiver, I thought he was going to struggle too, and he has not.
Dude, Devontae Smith is a beast. I hate everything about the city of Philadelphia and all their fans, but I will not deny talent on the field when I see it. Smitty's a beast.
I was wrong. I don't mind admitting that I'm wrong, and I was wrong.
I mean, you can say the same thing for Jordan Addison. He's definitely a small framed receiver, but he's damn good at his job.
That's true. Usually they do call big guys tiny.
That's hilarious.
When I was 500 pounds, I had people calling me tiny and slim and all those things, So I am well aware of big guys being called tiny.
So they just showed Mendoza in his Indiana uniform, and then it, magically CGIs to the Raiders stuff. So this is the thing. It was shocking to me that Kirk Cousins went to the Raiders. I thought for sure he'd go to Pittsburgh where he wouldn't really have to worry about a young guy coming in, but he got $20 million guaranteed. He knows Clint Kubiak. Now that I say it out loud, that makes sense why he went. But I'd love to know the over/under on how many games Vegas has, the odds makers, not the team, would have at Kirk Cousins starting this year. I would try to start him as many games as possible. I am firmly against any of these rookies having to step in week one their rookie year. It just doesn't usually work out for them that way. You need a little time to sit, but I don't know. I'm rooting for old Kirk. Not a bad dude. His agent is the greatest of all time, I'll tell you that much. Dude's made $250 million playing in the NFL, and I mean, he doesn't have a lot to show for it.
Good for him.
Wins-wise, he's a stat machine, but had a long career. Not bad for a fourth-round pick, The Chiefs traded up to 6. Oh, shit. Man, all right, now it's getting juicy. The Giants had to take Reese. You got to take Arvell Reese. Adam said Angel Reese. That's stupid. Dude, if I can be in bed by 10 p.m., I would be the happiest man in the world. I know that's not going to happen, but a girl can dream,
Absolutely.
And it's not that I don't love you guys. This is fun. We have consistently have a lot of people watching. Everybody's you guys are doing our job for us, which is great.
Yeah, this has been fun so far.
I just
Whenever we get people in the chat, this is so much fun.
I would trust Tate over Tyson at this point. Good pick by the Titans. He can really catch. Yeah, I didn't understand that, Wes. They had Tyson. Somebody had him going to the Giants this high, and I'm like, they've been pounding the table for Carnell Tate all this offseason. He's the number one guy. He went to a big school, blah blah blah. And then out of nowhere, a 974 and 148 for 6. Damn, they only moved up 4 spots to do that too, or 3. If anyone else sad they can't haze the rookies with bad haircuts, yeah, that's unfortunate. Remember when Tim Tebow had the fryer?
Oh, the Friar Tuck haircut.
Oh, that was great.
Oh, it's motivating Manning.
I've got some intense cop TV show commercial on. The Rookie. Add that to the list of things I won't be watching. Oh, it's right outside the stadium. That's sick. So they build basically a stage in one of the parking lots. Oh, that's awesome. I remember when they had the draft in Nashville, I was actually there on vacation the week before, and they were setting everything up on Broadway. And then the next week, Pat McAfee came out, and it's like, I love Nashville. We didn't do a lot of punting when we played in this city.
Oh, boy.
Just trolling the shit out of them. Oh, that's funny.
Was it David Akers that kind of did the same thing when he was up?
David, I don't even remember it.
Because I remember he got a lot of people riled up.
The Giants are bringing up some serious folks. I don't have my captions on. Why not the rookie? What do you mean, Charlotte?
They're all rookies.
Fernando? Oh, Super Troopers 3. Yeah, you know what? I didn't mind the second one. They didn't go too far off.
Well, I'm almost ashamed of this, but I didn't even like the first Super Troopers.
That's fair. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I totally understand that.
I like that one on the desert, on the one on the island party. I can't remember the name of it, but I like that one better. There's that Broken Lizard movie.
Was it the same? Oh, yeah, the same group of guys?
Yeah.
See, I can respect all that where...
Even Slam and Salmon, I like that better.
Why not the rookie series? I don't watch TV shows, Charlotte. I can't...
The TV show, The Rookie.
Yeah,
My nephew loves that.
Arvell Reese, linebacker, Ohio State, number 5 to the Giants. Good for you, brother. They have a nasty defensive front 7, so that's cool.
But I was pleasantly surprised by that new Netflix movie, Roommates, one by Adam Sandler.
Roommates?
He's not in it, but it's one of his movies, and it was actually pretty decent.
Why do I feel like I've seen the preview for this? Who's in that? Do you know the actors that are in that? I forget it now.
I think his daughter's in that.
Oh, that's cool. I feel like I've seen this. I'm excited to see the one this weekend with Samara Weaving and Jason Segel. I'm very pumped about that.
I also want to see that Will Arnett movie that's on Hulu, the one where he's a stand-up comedian that got a divorce.
Man, dude, I'm telling you, I love that movie. It's so well put together. Bradley Cooper, I like him as an actor, but he's a damn good director too, man.
It just looked good to me, you know?
It's a very good movie. It's based on a true story, and I love that he actually, like, what I respect about movies like that is when you go to the people who do this for a living, like Jordan Jensen. She's an up-and-coming comedian. Not even up-and-coming. She's like a household name. She's got a Netflix special out now, so I can't say that. But she's one of my favorite, especially female comedians. She's fucking hilarious. They actually have them doing stand-up, and then they offer them small parts in the movie. But Will Arnett said, like, I had to learn how to do stand-up from these people. And I respect that, you know. But you'll enjoy it. It's a good movie.
Oh, Devil Wears
Actually,
Prada 2. I am a big Anne Hathaway fan, so I will watch it.
what's funny is I have friends here in Richmond, longtime family friends, and they were actually at the premiere a few days ago in New York City for that. The Rip looks good too. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard good things.
And I got a friend that wants to go see the new Mortal Kombat movie when that comes out.
My neighbor and I are going to go see that. We've got plans for that already. I'm excited for
It's
that
got to be
too.
better than the Street Fighter movie. It's got to be.
Oh God, I haven't seen it. Is it an old one?
No, brand new coming out.
Oh no.
Cody Rhodes is into wrestling.
I know who he is. I heard. I actually saw a clip today. I was supposed to send you on Instagram about him impersonating his father, saying how he's like, "Is it true?" He was on Hot Ones, and Sean asked him, "Is it true that you would do cut promos on your dog?" He goes, "Not the dog." He's like, "My dad would go in the grocery store and make me do it to lettuce. He'd have fruits and vegetables
That's great.
arguing with each other like they were like, the lettuce was jealous of the tomatoes."
That's amazing.
That's so good.
But Dusty used to work with a lot of people in like the developmental stuff too, and he would really help them get things under control and get things figured.
You only trade up for generational talent. Caleb Downs is at. Wes is predicting that they got Caleb Downs in Kansas City. Anna
Well, the
Wintour
pick is in.
Never endorse big things. Merrill, let's go. What were we talking about? Downs. We were talking about movies. I was gonna say something. I'm reading all these. I'm interested to see who the Chiefs pick. Whoever gets that Oregon tight end is gonna have a great. That dude's a fucking massive tight end. I really hope Detroit, who is right in front of us, doesn't pick the player that, that we need. That would be frustrating. Francis Mauigoa, number 3 best available according to Field Yates. Number 4 is Jordan Tyson from Arizona State, according to him.
So I wonder if anybody's mock is still good.
It can't be. Rip looks good. Where everyone's Prada. I'm trying to think of like. Damn, we were talking about movies. I forgot. Usually I'd go on a tear and go to the movies a lot, but I haven't been in a while. My son and I saw the Mario, the second one that came out. It was all right for a kids movie. At least Questy can't trade with Detroit this time. Yeah, not the best way to start your tenure with a team to trade with somebody in the division, and he got shit value for it too. That's the thing that like, that's all we always revisited that. It's like, yeah, he's not getting enough hate for like not getting the value back on that. You're supposed to fleece your division opponents, not have them fleece you.
That's quite a bit for kids to give up, but if they get the guy they want, it's worth it,
Mansour Delane, cornerback from LSU. Didn't he had some injury concerns. Is that the same guy I'm thinking of? Transferred from Virginia Tech, went to LSU. Worked himself and being a 6th overall pick. Well, I mean, they got rid of, they traded with LA. They traded Trent McDuffie, so took Eric Berry, who was a terrific player, 5th overall, 2010. 2025 unanimous All-American. Okay, that's not the player I'm thinking of. I think it might be the guy from Texas that I'm thinking of, the corner there. Mansour Delane. So Caleb Downs is available. Nice. McCoy, that's who I'm thinking of. Mansour and McCoy. I'm an idiot. It's the Texas or the Tennessee kid. It's definitely those orange and white colors I remember on the jersey. I'm telling you now, I'm a terrible host. I haven't done any research on this. I've heard.
I didn't do nearly enough research this year. But I do know that the Commanders pick is in.
Dude, let's go. I was expecting that they would get through 8 picks in an hour, but they might get to 9 or 10 at this rate.
And Downs has to be in here somewhere.
This is probably Downs here, I'm guessing. If you're going best available. They need a wide receiver. They could take Tyson. Scary Terry is actually sneaky old for an NFL player, so.
But he's still productive and still
Oh, I
good.
love him to death. He's no bullshit, and then you got to feel for the Commanders fans because they had that great rookie season from Jaden Daniels, and then you have the injury again. I'm sure you had PTSD with RG3 flashbacks there. You're like, please don't have this happen again.
That hallway with all the logos is kind of cool. Stop and do their thing,
I love that. Yeah, that's what I was saying about Cardinal Tate walking by and recognizing the Titans logo and touching it. That's a pretty cool moment. And then these are all the families. That's cool. They get that. It hasn't changed much. And it's funny looking at the draft. They're talking to one of these guys' dads right now, and the guy in the background looks exactly like Alex Smith 20 years later. That was a fun day. Sonny Styles here. Forgot about him.
Yeah, a lot of the guys that were at the top, or supposed to be at the top, are falling a bit.
Yeah, just shuffled around a bit, like not to the teams we expected. But that's kind of cool. I think that's the fun part of the draft is, it's a little unexpected, but not bad. I'd like to know the whole production of this thing. Like the football aspect is fun, but there's no football being played for months and months now. The whole production of this is just fascinating to me. Like if they could do a 30 for 30 on where the draft started, the first year it was televised to now, and just like the spectacle it's become. Because it's a money grab for the NFL. They're making some revenue off this from ticket sales and all that. But like, I'm looking now. They built a stage that they're going to tear down in a few days. Right beside, you can see the stadium in the background. There's Nick Saban up there. There's Kirk Herbstreit. That's Desmond Howard. Is that it? On the one I'm watching. It looks like a giant concert. It's basically a concert stage.
But it's so weird how the NFL can turn things that are routine for other sports into major spectacles and make a lot of money off them.
They would have to do something detrimental to this league to have another sport overtake it. I mean, the gap between the NBA and the MLB to the NFL is astronomical. So it's Jerome Bettis up there. Walter Payton Man of the Year presented.
Okay, Mel Kiper says he wants Sonny Styles for the Commanders.
Might be it.
But will it happen?
Lynn Swann and Jerome Bettis.
I think David is on the old Twitter.
Chiefs are expecting Commanders or the Saints pick to be delayed. You know about that? Jonathan, what's good, my dude? How are you, man? Good to have you in here. Okay, Roger Goodell, we get that you encourage Nationwide and the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Just make the announcement, dude. Good God. Not everything.
Nationwide is on your side.
Sonny Styles, linebacker. That's 3 Buckeyes in the top 7 picks. Good God. And Caleb Downs, he's going to go before pick 10, is my guess.
Very soon here, it should be.
So that'd be the first time that happened since like 1967. Rich Eisen was talking about it the other day, and it was Michigan State that had 4 players in the top 10 last. Not the school I would have expected.
No.
Sonny Styles. Very cool.
Boom.
The pick is in for the Saints already. Good for you.
And we already know who it is.
Let's see.
Yeah, Andrew's got a good point about the officiating. I am not looking forward to replacement refs. I hope it doesn't come down to that, but if it does...
I'll keep this without getting too specific because I like my job and I don't want to get fired since this will be on the ether forever. But this is the same shit that's happening at my job. I work for Homeland Security. Congress has absolutely manufactured a crisis between all of us, and I understand what they're arguing about, but Homeland Security is not just ICE and Customs. You have FEMA, you have TSA, the Coast Guard, CISA, Secret Service. We've been shut down since Valentine's Day, and next week is May. It's the same thing with the NFL in a very far off galaxy, but the comparison is there. You have the answers to fix this. What the fuck are you doing? Pay the refs, get them a union, and for us as fans, hold them accountable. Don't have the NFC Championship game from 2018 happen where we can't even ask questions on an obvious pass interference call that you didn't call. Or like for the Vikings, seems like every other year there's a blatant face mask in week 5 or 6 where you're like, can we get an answer on what the fuck you were looking at or not looking at? Just, the answers are there. That's my gripe about it all. It's not like we're trying to perform brain surgery here, like, oh my God, this is so difficult. It's not hard at all. And, if you don't want to hurt your product, then, I don't know, I would try to get that situation under control. There's a lot more that goes into these refs than most fans realize. They do a lot of training for this, but I don't know. I'm angry at the NFL for letting this happen again. We saw how bad it was the last time it happened.
Right.
So you figured they would, by and large, try to avoid it, but it can't be because of money. You can't give me that excuse. When the salary cap goes up $20 million a year, don't complain to me about refs, man. That's hogwash to me, if you ask. I was super surprised they said the refs' average salary was as high as they said, though. What is it, like $250? Let's Google that. Let's give it a goog. What's the average salary of an NFL referee? $205,000 to $250,000 per season as of the 2023 to 2026 period. While the NFL does not officially disclose these figures, they represent part-time position that also includes bonuses of $30,000 to $50,000 when working the Super Bowl. So that is good to have an incentive to be non-biased and do your job well. You get a bonus for working the Super Bowl. $100,000 to $150,000 for newer officials. They earn roughly $10,000 per game across the regular season. Additional pay for playoff games between $1,500 and $5,000 for bonuses. The current collective bargaining agreement runs through May 31st. So there's that. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. I hate to be in an echo chamber where we're all like, we're so smart, look, we agree. But it's just, I think very logically, when it comes down to arguing, I always try to do things like I'm in court. You have to have all your evidence prepared, and I know I'm right, so I want to show you this so we can prove, like, we need to do what I'm saying here, right? The answer's there. Like, what are you guys doing? And it just feels like a manufactured, like, kind of like with Congress right now. It feels like a manufactured crisis where it's bullshit. You guys could fix this, but you're choosing not to. And it's where you wish you could make people take truth serum and be like, what's your real reasoning behind not doing this? Because all it is a simple wet signature on some documents, and we're good to go. But I don't know.
It stinks when you see something that should be avoidable and it just falls apart.
It's frustrating, man. Oh, I said didn't realize Sonny and Lorenzo Jr. I didn't know that. You and me both, David. I had no idea. That's cool.
Oh boy, he does give Kirk Cousins vibes, doesn't he?
Any players sliding that were expected too early? Not necessarily sliding. Arvell Reese went to 5, which was a little shocking, but like he's still a top 5 pick. It's not necessarily sliding. It's just a kind of a shuffle of teams. But these teams are rushing right now to get up to make like nobody in the last 4 picks has waited past like a 30 seconds to a minute, which is fun.
Well, it's like Mr. Smith said here a little bit ago. A lot of these teams only have 10 to 15 players in their first round grades, so when they're on the clock, you got to go grab the one guy that you've got at the top of your board and not look back,
can't fault him. If you get a guy that plays, if he makes it to his second contract for you and is a starter for 5 to 6 years, you've won at the draft. I mean,
Oh,
that's it.
absolutely.
It doesn't even have to. I love like some of these. You've heard it, Adam. Some of these teams are like, well, he's going to be a 10-year starter. Is he? Is he even going to be on? Is he going to be on your team for 10 years? Will he even have a
Right.
10-year NFL career? You need to get a guy, especially in the first round, because of the fifth-year option, to make it to the second contract. You want to have
Is
that
he even
problem
going to make it
of
through his rookie deal?
that's it. You want to have that problem where you're like, damn, how are we going to pay him what he's worth because he's so good? That's your goal, and if you can get to that, you've won at the. It's the guys like Anthony Richardson that you hope are great, but they're already requesting trades in the rookie deal. That's what you want to avoid. But arguing on the internet works differently, though. Apparently, the louder and more offensive you are, the more correct you are. Dude, I can't. I found my new positively or nice disrespectful thing to say to people. It's my favorite thing. And it's a little bit of a long because you want to give like a short, quick, like your mom kind of thing, like your mama. You want it to be fast like that so it'll be funny. But my new favorite thing, especially typing in a comment, is like I go, oh, I'm sorry. I can't undo, and you just take a rough guess at their age, 40 years worth of you being dumb in 5 minutes. You have a good day. Like that's my new favorite thing. I'm not going to argue
Well,
with
you
you
see a
because
lot of
you're.
people these days with the "have the day you deserve."
Oh, I've said that at the airport quite a few times to shitty passengers. It's a lot of fun.
Downs is at the top of Mel Kiper's big board right now.
All right, Saints, here we go. I do find this funny though because I have to find like the comedic angle and everything because I'm a smartass. Imagine paying money to get up there that close, and the only thing that you have is 5 seconds of a camera looking at you going, "Let's go!" Like, I, I'm with you, Adam. I don't know if I can go to this. Jordan Tyson, wide receiver, Arizona State. Who's at 9? Dallas is at 9. Hmm. David made a good point. That would be a great thing for them because their offense is great. Colin Coward put it up yesterday on his show.
That's a
No
lot of sweet
team,
Caroline right there.
nice. Uh, no team had fewer punts last year, I believe, than Dallas. Their offense is not the problem. They got to fix that defense, which is kind of crazy. For whatever reason, at least in my lifetime, I think of defense for Dallas, but they're very top heavy. They don't have a lot of good depth, so Dallas is at 12. Who's at 9? It's Cleveland's next, right? At 9?
Yeah, because they traded with KC, right? The Cleveland Browns are on the clock, and the pick is in.
So this is 9 for Cleveland. So New York will
Who
be up
is
here
going to the
again.
Factory of Sadness?
The Factory of Sadness. I haven't heard that in a while. It's so good.
I like this tape on Jordan Tyson. He looks like he could be an interesting wide receiver. I don't watch enough college football, so I gotta admit, I am seeing a lot of this for the first time.
I love seeing him walk out with mean mugging and he's got some tears rolling down. You be
Right?
emotional, man. That's a once in a lifetime experience. You need to soak that in. All respect to you. Don't be ashamed of that. Caleb Downs with Cleveland's defense. Good luck scoring on them. Yeah. Also, when Miles Garrett holds out and he says, "Hey, they paid Will Anderson 50 million a year. I'd like 51." How do you tell him no?
Right?
How do you tell that guy no? He's arguably, outside of J.J. Watt, that's the best defensive player not named Aaron Donald that I've seen in 25 years. Good luck. You thought he was trying to get traded last year. If I'm his agent, I'm like, hey, so. Because he's still, I mean, he's what, 29 or 30? He's still got 3 or 4 more great years left. A black tie, no jacket. Yeah, I saw that too. I was really good at her. Tyson has had injuries.
It's a very clean, classic look.
That's what I would do. That's how I would come out. Give me the Men in Black look. Let me walk out there like I'm about to erase somebody's memory.
My cat keeps opening windows on my browser with his tail, and it's annoying.
My poor work dog is laying right here beside me. He's probably like, shut up. Quit. You're yapping right beside my kennel, man. My son and my working dog have a birthday 2 days apart. My son is turning 9 next month, and then 2 days later, my dog is turning 8. I cannot believe I've had this working dog for 5.5 years. We're getting old, bro. Let's see. Bernie's bored of the draft. Wants to watch TikTok. That's funny.
Bernie's weird, though. He likes to watch Temptation Island, and I'm not into that.
I only knew what that was because one of my little Instagram crushes used to host that. What's her name? Ariel Vandenberg. Did she used to host that for a little bit?
Yeah.
It's funny to see like that B minus C plus list of celebrities. Like, what are you known for? It's like, well, I hosted a trashy TV show for a season. All right, let's take this off the board. Had that comment up forever. My bad. I know you guys want to see my face bigger on the screen. Dallas needs to get Ruben Bain if he's available. They got a low-key, they got a nasty line there. Yeah, Quentin Williams. Who else did they get from Green Bay with the Micah Parsons trade? Let's see.
So we're going into pick number 10, right?
Yeah, Cleveland is picking now. Let's see who they say. Spencer Fano, offensive tackle, Utah. You know what? I don't hate that, Cleveland. I don't hate that at all.
Not a exciting, thrilling pick, but a good one.
Hey, you got to be smart. They're going to go after a quarterback next year, for sure. I would put my money on that.
But they got a Pro Bowl quarterback already.
Oh, Jesus. Man, that guy's controversial any way you put it around. I don't want to hate him, but he makes it so easy to hate him. That's cool. Like, you can't deny that. He got Pro Bowl nods, but I don't know how somebody with more interceptions and touchdowns gets elected to the Pro Bowl. Hey, you know what? He made it to the NFL. It's cool. Maybe he can prove me wrong and make me.
I love when the big Pacific Islander-looking guys get drafted.
Say that again?
When the big Pacific Islander-looking guys get drafted.
And they have their outfit on that they would wear back home. You know, it's traditional for them. So be like, oh, that guy's wearing a skirt. I'm like, you go tell him that. He's fucking 7 foot tall. I would have taken the Miami guy over him. That dude plays angry. That's cool. The Giants pick is in. They got to go Caleb Downs, right? See, this is where I get mad because we're at 10. We're at pick 10 right now, and Vikings are 8 picks away. And I'm like, could he fall to Minnesota? Oh shit, it's already here.
The pick is in.
Francis Malinois, offensive tackle from Miami. Smart pick, New York. Smart pick. You got to keep your quarterback out of the blue tent. I don't hate that at all.
Keep your running back upright.
I love it. Cam Scatterbo is such a New York, New Jersey persona anyways. Nice. I gotta text my buddy Donnie and say,
I love hearing Roger Goodell try to pronounce some of these names.
this is what happens when you got a mayonnaise white old man trying to pronounce anything from the Pacific Islands. uh, that's funny as hell.
He's 20 years old. Can't even go to the bar. I don't remember. Do you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes now?
No, you can buy cigarettes at 18.
It's still 18?
I never understood that. You can't drink until you're 21, but you can get cancer at 18. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. We've done some dumb things as humans on this planet. I can't understand and whatever. I prefer Miracle Whip. You know what? I'll give you Miracle Whip. Now, I'm in the South. It's Duke's Mayonnaise or you're fighting somebody. That's what everybody swears by it down here. Dallas fans are creaming their shorts to get Caleb down. Hey, you know what? He's there.
Yep.
They got to be taken down. Yeah. Miami trades the pick to the Cowboys. Yeah, it's got to be him. I'll put my money on Caleb Downs if they're going up a spot. Downs, Baines, Sadiq, McCoy still on the board. Only 7 picks to the Vikes. Adder, thank you for doing our job for us. I really appreciate that. This is so nice. That's so cool. I'd love to just have a time to sit down and pick Nick Saban's brain. Like, can you explain football to me like I'm stupid because I am?
Right?
That'd be awesome. They literally flip spots. That's funny. Probably didn't have to give up a lot to go up one spot. I have to look at that from last year. Minnesota was picking 11th. They went up to 10 to get McCarthy a couple years ago. Miami is showing everyone how to do a rebuild. Yes. I can't believe that they still have – there was rumors out there they were going to trade Devin Achane. Like, that's your best player now. I can't believe they got rid of Jalen Waddle. Like, ugh. I would have at least kept the wide receiver too. Like, they got to do a full rebuild there. But that general manager and coach must have got a head nod from the owner that says, I'm not going to fire you for at least 2 years. Get your shit together and figure it out. So you don't make those kind of moves. You don't make those kind of moves unless you know you've got backed up. You know, you're backed up by leadership there. Buddy showed me a secret. When frying up a grilled cheese, BLT, slap some mayo on the exterior. Yeah, absolutely, man. Here's a trick too.
Oh, yeah, that's classic right there.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm surprised you didn't know that one, Scott. Here's another one with mayo. Lather up for every pound that you use. Like, I hand press my cheeseburgers. Put a big glop, oversized tablespoon of mayo in for every pound that you do, and when you form burgers, they will be the juiciest hamburgers you've ever made in your life. I swear by it.
Here's your fatty tip for the day. If you love grilled cheese sandwiches, take your butter before you put it on the sandwich and put cinnamon in there with a little bit of sugar and then put that on there. Instead of cheese, go peanut butter and then put honey and bananas if you love bananas, and it is fantastic.
I'm going to try that this weekend. Dude, you know what I've been into now that we can just kind of BS and do whatever because we're waiting for the Vikings, man? There's a guy that I follow, and I'm sure he's on TikTok as well. I don't have the talk anymore, but I follow him on YouTube and Instagram. It's called The Dough Guy, Dough, and he shows you how to make pizza at home, and it's the best thing ever. I bought a pizza steel, which is kind of like the byproduct of his channel. It's like, hey, buy our pizza steel. So it's like 16 by 13, so you can only make like a medium-sized pizza. But I go to Trader Joe's in my son's town, like 20 minutes from here. They have pre-made pizza dough in individual packages. They're like $1.89 a piece. You buy a couple of cans of whole peeled tomatoes, make your own pizza sauce if you want, or you can just buy the pre-canned stuff, whatever. Man, I set the dough out before I go to work, spray a little oil down, let it rise, come home, I make myself a pizza. Dude, it's pretty awesome. And when you average out how much you spend for every time that you eat, Dude, it's like $4.50 for a medium pizza.
See, Scott knows what's up. The peanut butter and banana Sammys.
Now I do know peanut butter and banana stuff, but you said something about cinnamon and
Oh yeah,
something
put cinnamon sugar in your butter and fry it like a grilled cheese sandwich. Amazing.
amazing. Jonathan was giving you kudos, man. I wanted to put that back up there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
When you said you hand press, yeah, I mean like my bad. I should explain that. You're gonna take the
Smash
meat out
burger.
unless you do like the smash burgers or like everywhere I go at the grocery store now they have the pre-made patties. But even then, I love that feeling of like getting to press them how you want them. It also depends on how you're cooking them. If you're smoking burgers, saw this yesterday on a random YouTube video. Thanks to my son, my 8-year-old son will get up on the weekends. Doesn't watch cartoons, whatever. When he puts YouTube on, he watches a channel called Meat Church, and it's all about guys smoking ribs and cooking pork butts and everything else.
Oh boy.
But I learned
You
if you're
guys thought
gonna
I was
make,
like holding secrets when I was talking about these grilled cheese sandwiches, and here's Andrew saying that he also ate them all the time with
yeah.
these peanut butter and banana stuff.
Oh, Ohio State defense look good. Yeah, so Wes, that's funny. You're talking about the tackles. Colin Cowherd was poo pooing all over. He's like, "Hey, I know you think you're set at tackle, but the right tackle played like 45% of his games." He's like, "And I'm not impressed with the left tackle." He's like, "Go get at least one offensive tackle and keep Jackson Dart out of the blue tent." He'll rave about their picks tomorrow. Smoking burger, that's cool. I was watching. I want to get one of those like smoker eggs. They're really expensive though, but I was watching them now. If you make really thick burgers, they say to press your thumb down in the middle, not all the way through, but that'll help it from doing something there. It's really good for when you smoke the burgers outside. Which
Have you ever done that thing where you like poke that hole with your thumb and then put an ice cube in there?
I have not. I should try that.
I've heard that works pretty well.
That would be awesome. I switched. I'm going in waves. Hold on one second. Caleb Downs from Ohio State.
Oh yeah, we knew it was
So
coming. It had to be.
we didn't get 4 in the top 10. We got 4 at 11. So that record stays the same. I see a very happy father, some brothers. That's so
And they
cool.
swapped and gave up 2/5. That's not bad at all.
That's great value, and that's good for both because you know Miami can get whoever they wanted. Nice. Well, back to being a fatty and talking about food. I've switched a lot of my cookware over to stainless steel, and it has been a godsend. It's easy to clean, cooks great. I know even visually it's a sleek look. I enjoy it, but I've tried to. I'm getting better at cooking at home and making stuff now that I understand how to cook better, and I can't decide between a smoker or a Blackstone. I feel like a Blackstone looks cool, but like most of that stuff I can cook on my stovetop. I'm leaning more
Right.
towards smoker because you can do a wider variety with that. But I don't know. We'll see. That's going to be the old man purchase of the summer. All right, so Caleb Downs is gone. The Dolphins are officially on the clock for my ABC
So how boring is it going to be if
broadcast.
Minnesota actually takes Thieneman or Thieneman or whatever his name is?
Dude, I honestly I don't care who they take as long as it makes sense. I truly don't. The pick is already in for the Dolphins. 12 Vikings will be coming up very soon. Yeah, man, that's what I was saying. I thought they were going to get 4 and 10. They haven't done that in God. How long is it? 70 years. Yeah, Charlotte. Here's the problem. I want a Traeger, but I don't want to spend $800 on a grill. I'm gonna go Facebook Marketplace for that for sure. And I'm probably not gonna get a Traeger. I'm probably gonna get a different brand because it'll be a
How about a
lot.
Blackstone?
Well, see, the Blackstone, the flat top is great, but like I was saying, I feel like you can do most of that on your stove. Yeah, you're gonna have dishes, but now that I think about it, I'm talking myself out of a Blackstone. I'd much rather take from my stove, turn around and put it in my sink and clean it, rather than have to clean that grill off all the time, and then you got to season it to start, and then you got
Right.
to cover it with yeah, I'm talking myself out of that real quick.
Hey, but if you want good stuff, it's going to be work.
Yeah, I do like to eat good now. I'm trying to talk my son out of all the fast
Can't be
food
doing
places.
that Burger King drive-through stuff.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm trying to talk my kid out of that. He's like, I asked him, like, I'm giving him the option, like, where would you like to eat? I'll let you pick. He's like, McDonald's. No, dude. I love you. I love you to death. The value is great, but I was like, we're not eating that shit. We can go somewhere else. And then he just goes, I don't know. I don't know where. I'm like, there's a ton of great restaurants in his town. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to start. Hey, we're going here. You're going to try something new. I took him to Outback one time, and he was bitching the whole time. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to like it. And then you get the free bread when you start. He's like, oh, my God, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. Yeah, dude. Of course, he's a kid. He orders a cheeseburger, but he's like, this is the best cheeseburger I've ever had. Okay.
Hey, I'm going to Texas Roadhouse for the first time on Saturday.
Dude, I am so pumped for you. So here's the deal. You already know about the rolls. They're great. Don't overeat and have too many of those. Have a couple, have the butter. The cinnamon butter is great. But I just want you to look at the value you're going to get. I like a sirloin steak. That's my favorite cut of steak. But I've had sirloin forever. The ribeye's great. The T-bone's great. But my latest thing that I've gotten in the last year when I go there is the chicken fried steak. That shit is so good.
Really?
And I love that, yeah, you get fried chicken breasts. I mean, they're giant too, with gravy on top of them. Sign me up for that. But you can get mashed potatoes that are loaded. You can get a cup of chili. They have great salads. And if I go in there, I know you're a little bigger than I am, but like I could throw down, especially back in the day. I could eat two people's
Well, I
worth of
can't
food
eat
in
as
there.
much anymore, since the stomach surgery.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I can't do it either. But the value that you'll get there, and you'll be so full, man. Especially if you have a couple of rolls to start. But yeah, Texas. I'm stoked for you, man. Like Texas Roadhouse is pretty good for a chain restaurant, and the value you get for the food actually tastes great.
We're not sure if we're going to go before or after wrestling, but there's a wrestling event up in Marquette, which is about an hour from me.
Nice.
And I got my photo up with Nick Foley, and it should be fun.
We do whole food steak. Marbling is great. Oh, that sounds fucking awesome. Caden Proctor, offensive tackle, goes to the Dolphins. That is a smart pick. That is very smart. They got Malik Willis down in Miami. You got to protect him. You kind of doing it. It's not even a kind of. It's absolutely a rebuild in Miami. So you got to get the big boys on both sides of the line. That's the smartest way to go.
Yeah, Adder, you're not going to find Indian cuisine in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It just don't happen.
Coconut shrimp at Outback. I'll have to try that next time, Wolfman Bike. That's sick. I would try that. I'll do it with a combo if they do it. Indian cuisine. You know what? I had Indian cuisine in Qatar last year. I went to this island about a couple miles off. There was cool. It was a resort, and they had Indian for dinner, and it was I'd never had legit Indian food. I have some stuff that was called Indian food in the U.S. I don't know if I believe it or not, but it was legit, and it was. I couldn't stop eating. I felt sick afterwards because I ate too much, but it was delicious.
And up here, they kind of combine all the cuisines. It's like, oh, this is an Asian food restaurant. They got sushi and Chinese food and Korean food. And it's like they're just trying to hit everything, A couple curries here and there.
I always laugh because we have, especially in the South, we call the Waffle House is like Southern hibachi. Because everything's on the flat top, but it's all just potatoes and meats and breakfast food. But oh man, I've had so many good Waffle House trips in my life. I always feel like absolute dog shit afterwards, but it tastes so good at the time. Edge, I say yes. We need all kinds of defense, D line, safety, and corner. I agree. Like I said earlier, Jackson. Oh, nice. That's a great name. Jackson Hole experience. Dude, I feel like an absolute jerk right now. I see your face
I ain't
on
never
here.
been out to Jackson Hole.
I see your face, and I know who it is. I can't put your name with it, but I love the username. That's fantastic. The shrimp used to get all the time. You know what I get from Outback? I get the Alice Springs chicken and whatever honey sauce they cook that in, honey mustard. Man, I'd slap my grandma for some of that stuff. Whew. All the time. That's Scott. Sweet. All right.
I used to just get like a bloomin' onion and then I'd be set, but
Bloomin'
I'd
onion's
probably get
good.
some kind of protein,
Bloomin' onion's good until I found out how how many calories that thing's very
Oh,
bad
it's
for
terrible.
you. It's fucking terrible for you, but it tastes so good. We always used to murder cheese fries in my family. We get bacon cheese fries to start. Oh. Damn, my account doesn't change over my other account. I live in Jacksonville. Yeah, I kind of figured, but I felt bad for. I didn't want to guess that it was you, but I knew your face from our conversations. I'm just glad to have you, man.
Nick is in for the Rams.
So, do they go wide receiver here?
Devontae Adams ain't retiring or anything yet, right?
No, but there was trade talks about him leaving. At least that's what I heard on some shows, which I don't know why you would do that. He's a red zone machine
And
there.
Puka is a bit of a question mark this offseason. I have no idea what he's doing.
Kyle West is watching. He says, "Get ready for McCarthy to be traded to the Rams." I don't think anybody's taking McCarthy. I just can't see it. Rams are going to pick Lemon. Here we go. I'm back. There we go. Hi, Bronx. Is it time for us to get off here? He said, "Dad, you've been talking for an hour. Come say hi."
We're almost there. After Minnesota picks, I'm gone.
Want to say hi, old man? Look at his gray face. Hey, buddy. Not done quite yet. We still got a couple more picks to go. Yeah. I cheated on this pick. McCarthy will not be going to the Rams. Yeah. I kind of figured. This is about to be a jaw dropper. So you know who it is. Okay. Hi. Well, we have 1 minute and 14 seconds on the ABC broadcast until it's back. Bronx, would you like to tell everyone hello? Can you say hi? Can you speak? Okay, you can do better than that. Speak. There you go.
Oh, boy.
Hi, buddy. It's so funny. My dogs have opposite personalities. This dog needs attention and wants you to love on him all the time. My work dog couldn't care less. This one sits on the couch all day and wants all the scraps. My work dog's like, "Do you have a ball that I could have, please?" Get that ball.
I just got a needy cat that lays between my keyboard and the monitor.
Your cat's awesome. I'm not a cat guy, but I want to meet him.
He'll hiss at you. Just a heads up.
That's all right.
I think he's all talk, no action.
Yeah, that's these dogs. They're it's crazy. The smaller dogs, the Chihuahuas and the Jack Russells, the Wiener dogs, they'll let you know when somebody's coming in. They're like, "Somebody's in my house." I've got two dogs that if they wanted to bite you, they could rip flesh from bone. They don't make a sound. They would not let me know. I'd get murdered in my sleep. So, what are we doing right now, ESPN?
Just headbutting me for pets over here.
Oh. Holy shit. Kyle asked, "Did you guys catch Rich Spielman in the background of the Jets drafting him earlier tonight?" I did not. That's
Oh
hilarious.
boy, I wasn't even looking.
Oh, I don't hate Rick. He had some good players on the team. I don't know if I agreed with all the. Oh shit! Oh, it says I forgot that it says Caleb Downs to the Cowboys. It's like, damn, he went to the Rams. I'm sorry, that was a pick before. Rams pick is in, so we're just filibustering right now. They're dragging out.
I got a
Yeah.
commercial for some Minions movie that I'll never watch.
I do enjoy the Minion movies. My son has made me become a fan of those.
Can't say I am interested in Minions.
Oh, I'm not interested at all, but I don't get to rule the television as much as I want. So,
Yeah, if I had kids or something like that. Same thing with everybody's telling me, "Oh, you got to watch K-pop Demon Hunters." It's like I am a guy in my 40s. No, thank you.
I'm good. My wife picked out a golden who was bred for trials. He's got drive. Dude, that's my biggest gripe about everything. If you get a dog, do not get it based on the way it looks. You need to research what they're bred for and whether or not you're a religious person like myself or not, whatever God made this animal for, make sure you have the capacity to facilitate because like people will get Australian cattle dogs and be like, it won't leave me alone. Yeah, they're supposed to run like 800 miles a day out in the pasture. Don't get one for
Right.
your apartment. What are you doing? I know they're cute. They have blue eyes and great fur, but like, find yourself a couch potato. Get a Boston Terrier if you want to have a lazy dog. Those are fun. Rams are in 5 more picks. Rodgers up here. Selection. Oh my God. Ty Simpson from Alabama quarterback.
Oh wow.
You did not.
Well, they wanted to make sure everyone didn't get them, huh?
I'm happy for the kid, but even Nick Saban looks shocked. uh, that's crazy. I'm happy for the kid. I really am. I just didn't expect him to go that high. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
shocker right there.
so this certainly gives Minnesota more of a chance to get an even better player because I had him going at the end of the first or the second round. So this is good. That means Sean McVay really likes what he sees, and he has. Okay, there's going to be pressure because he's a first round pick, but that to me says that Matt Stafford is absolutely. He's obviously coming back for at least one more year. He can sit behind Matt Stafford and get coached by Sean McVay. Dude, they must fucking love you because that is what a dream spot to land. The Rams don't ever pick at 13. They're usually like 26, 27, 28. Good for him, man. That's cool.
I can't wait to see what Minnesota does because I have absolutely no idea.
I feel like with him going at 13, that definitely moved a player closer to them that maybe they weren't expecting and not more of a chance that they're going to stick.
Yeah, Ty Simpson to the Rams. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but it's also surprising because people didn't expect him to come off the board this early. But I get it. I get it.
He said the commissioner just laughed when he said quarterback from Alabama. All right, what's up, Fire Breather? What did you miss? So Arvell Reese fell to 5. Jeremiah Love went 3rd to the Cardinals, and I cannot believe the Rams just took Ty Simpson from Alabama, a quarterback at 13. They definitely could have gotten him at the end of the first. I don't think the only other team that I think would have even flirted with the idea is Pittsburgh, but that's not possible now. So, didn't think. Oh yeah, he's in Pacific. Oh, cool. So you're on the West Coast. Ravens have to get limit here. They have no receivers. I would argue that Zay Flowers is good, but outside of him, yeah, there's not much to write home about. They lost Isaiah Likely as well. I forget where he went, but they lost some of their pass catchers. So
Yeah, you would think this is Lemon.
this is where the wide receiver run could go if you like a couple of them. This is good for Minnesota though. It's a strong chance that one of those safeties will be there. I could see them trading back a few spots if they had somebody else that wanted to and still getting the 3rd safety overall. Yeah, we pick at 18, Fire Breather. Yeah, Scott had it right. You haven't missed too much. It's been cool. It's a lot of the players we thought that were going to go just shuffled around a little bit. I think New York's killed the draft so far. They got Arvell Reese and a tackle at 5 and 10. That's very good. 2 studs on both sides. Any bold predictions? Nah, man, that would have been it if I would have guessed. But I never would have guessed Ty Simpson at 13. In the first round, sure, people double dip for that 5th-year contract, but or 5th-year option. But okay. Hey, you know what? I don't talk shit to Les Snead and Sean McVay. They know how to.
No.
Because you know what? When they did it going all in, they said F them picks, and they were like, we're going to do X, Y, Z, and people were like, well, you're just giving away all your draft. They've been competitive even after they won the Super Bowl. They've been consistently good. They've had the Vikings number every time, I'll tell you that. But, I mean, they were a couple plays away from being in the Super Bowl this year, so I trust their judgment. And I gotta love the Rams. That's where Kevin O'Connell came from. I'm not going to hate on them.
So the Rams called Matthew Stafford and warned him that they were taking Simpson.
Nice. He shouldn't be upset. His job's not in jeopardy.
No. You can bet he was cool with it. He knows he's towards the end of his career.
He's the MVP of the league. He ain't worried about that kid.
No.
Ola Vega, Ione,
But it's
guard.
still pretty classy. I mean, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah, you got to appreciate that. Well, we can go back to the history of that. They got rid of Goff, which was kind of, that probably sucked for Jared Goff, but he ended up having a good bounce back situation in Detroit. But they love Matt Stafford when they went out and got him. And he's been there for, 5 or 6 years now?
Ravens getting booed.
God forbid you get a guard because you lost your all-pro center and you want to protect your quarterback that wants $80 million a year. Don't be dumb. The non-sexy
very
picks
good
always,
guard. Again, not a super exciting pick, but one they need.
100%.
And Tampa Bay's pick is in.
Pick is in. They had 4 minutes and 50 seconds left after this guard was taken for Baltimore, but they're already there. Guys, I could be in bed by 10 p.m. It could happen. I like this. This keeps it exciting. No way that they're ever going to go back up again for this time. They might drop it down to 7 next year. Because the average time that they're using to pick here is about 5 minutes, if that.
So Tampa's got to be grabbing Bain, right?
Yeah.
Or are they grabbing a wide receiver? That would make sense, too.
Oh, yeah, Lemon, because Mike Evans is a 49er, which I never thought I'd say. Sneaky good team, the 49ers. They've consistently been well, too. It's crazy, out of both of those teams in the last 5 years, between the Rams and the 49ers, the Seahawks are the ones that won the Super Bowl. That's
right.
Kind of crazy. Man, we haven't talked about it a lot since it happened. I'm so fucking happy for Sam Darnold. What a nice dude. And I see people talking shit all the time on YouTube, like, he didn't win that, the defense did. Didn't Sam go the whole playoffs without a turnover? Isn't that true? I gotta look this up
Sounds right
now.
to me.
Let me go to ESPN. I'm gonna look this up. Because the last time we talked about something like that was Joe Flacco on his run, and everybody they give him all the flowers for going what? He had
that was 11, a majestic run right there.
11 touchdowns, no picks. I like that. Let's go here to the Seahawks.
Victor the Vikings says on Twitter, he says, if we draft a mascot, I'm going to lose it.
So he threw one
Maybe
touchdown
in the Super Bowl. Back.
1 touchdown in the Super Bowl. 3 in the NFC Championship game. Good Lord. And then divisional. He threw 1 and he had no interceptions in 3 games. 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. I'm so happy for Sam. What a great dude. Wish he would have stayed in Minnesota. Now that hindsight.
He came into the league. For him to come back and do that, huge.
Yeah, and let's be real. Like, we know hindsight's 2020. Now to me, looking at the tape, he's a better athlete, bigger, stronger, and he's healthy. I don't know why they wouldn't have tried a little harder, but let's keep it real. When I say I wish we would have kept Sam Darnold, I realize he was not winning a Super Bowl on this team. I don't think that we would have won a Super Bowl last year, but Who knows? Maybe if you get over that initial hump of the wild card or whatever it is, maybe you go on a run. I don't know. Would have been cool. Ruben Bain to the Bucks. Scott says, nice. My bold
Makes
doesn't
sense.
involve first, but we make a trade with the Seahawks, move back in the first, and get a day one starter. Well, that would be bad for the show, but I can't stay up that late. I have to get up at like 4:30 in the morning. So I'm liking the safety from South Carolina later on. That would be fun. I just had to go put on Die Hard for my dog who's terrified of thunder. Nice. Yeah, same matter. Sam's a class act. I really, there's some players, even though they, you don't know them personally, you see their journey and you're like, you just kind of connect with that. I really, really enjoy that for Sam Darnold. That's a well-run organization too. The Seahawks are proof. If you can nail a draft 2 or 3 years in a row and you get 3 or 4 starters out of there, dude, you're set for at least 4 or 5 years. Like, and not, most of the time you hope you come away with the draft with one starter and maybe like a quality developmental player, and then you're like, man, we did all right. But they've consistently, who'd they have? They had Rick Woolen. They had a couple of nasty dudes on the D line. They got Jackson Smith and Jigba. Kenneth Walker was there. He's with the Chiefs now. I mean, they just had studs everywhere.
It's looking more and more and more like Minnesota's going to get Dynaman.
Donkey for me is Darnold for that. Yeah, we all did that, man. He pooped the bed against Detroit and then again against LA. Like it's a really crappy way to end the year. But hindsight being 2020, like if you get sacked 9 times in a playoff game, I can't fault you 100% for that.
And if McCarthy would have been average, would we still be talking about this?
That's true. If the Vikings had won 2 more games last year and McCarthy had stayed healthy, 4 more games than he was out, I don't think this is a conversation at all. It really was a kick in the nuts after you're down. You're like, hey, not only did you lose the quarterback that eventually is going to win the Super Bowl that next season, but the quarterback you traded up for is not going to start all 17 games. So
right.
It happens. I also look at the playoffs and like we weren't beating Buffalo, we weren't beating Denver, we weren't beating New England.
No.
You definitely weren't beating Seattle or.
Let's be kind of honest here. Everybody in that playoffs was lucky that Denver had those injuries because they were on a roll.
They were on a roll. I think they would have gave Seattle a much more competitive game. I still believe Seattle would have won, but it would have been better than that steamroll that we watched because that wasn't a really competitive game for the Super Bowl.
No.
So, it is what it is. No GM to get in the way this year. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think Rob is the GM. They just, for whatever reason, aren't calling it that. I don't know why they would do a search afterwards. That's really weird. Whatever. I don't know. All I know is pick 16 is next, and we are so close. Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle. Field Yates, best available, number 1. Gerard McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee. Jermod, excuse me. Makai Lemon is 3 picks away from us right now.
I feel like Tampa got really good value right there.
Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon. Dylan Thieneman, safety from Oregon. Number 5, best available. Vikings pick in 3 picks. So I don't think we're going to get a safety. I think you're going to get one of those people in front. It's not going to be an offensive lineman, but if they truly go best available.
Oh, boy.
Ruben Bain Jr. Nice.
Hey, Fire Breather, the Wild are in the playoffs, too. Don't forget the Wild.
They sure are. A bunch of Vikings players were at the game last night. We just got a German Shepherd now on a mix. Got to figure out how to train.
Minnesota's hockey team.
Is it one of those dogs that... Oh, shit. The pick is in for New York. Good for y'all. Adder, why did you say, damn it, Bucks, I wanted Sadiq to the Vikes? Did he go to the Jets? Because the Bucks did not pick him.
No, now he wants Sadiq to the Vikings. Now that Bain's gone.
Oh, I understand. Jets, Addison, Sadiq catching pass from Murray. That'd be cool. Yeah, or they could. No, they won't go Makai Lemon. They got Addison. They are picking up. If you guys didn't hear it already, they are picking up Jordan Addison's 5th-year option, I believe. So don't see why they would take Makai Lemon. I don't think that Detroit would take him. They don't really need a wide receiver. They have Jameson Williams and the old Sun God.
All right, when I look down and look back up, the Jets are on the clock now?
Yeah, so the Bucks picked at 15. Yeah, they had 2 firsts.
All right. So we got the Jets.
Scamp's ears never stood up. Well, how old is your dog? That's the question. And what motivates your dog? That's my question for you. Is your dog motivated by food, toys, or both? What does he like the most? Use that to manipulate him. We pick Lemon if we're planning. I don't think they're letting Addison walk. That's the thing. I think they're keeping him.
I think they exercise that 5th-year option so they can take next offseason to see what they can get for him.
Best player available is different for all teams. If we have a desire need, he's just 2 spots. The position is needed. Yeah, you're right, Scott. I'm just trying to think of. There it is. If you have, there's a linebacker that's like 2 or 3 spots overall better. Like, do you take him? And I'm just using linebacker as an example. Like, we all know that the Vikings need secondary help. Or maybe they don't take Thielen, but maybe they take McCoy. I don't know. But we're going to find out very soon, so.
Yeah, we ain't too far off.
That's funny. A year and he's a brat, all of it. Yeah, you say that. I'm so black and white, ones and zeros about dogs. It's just a puppy. Puppies are assholes. I love dogs. I hate puppies. They're little shit factories, and they bite everything, and they don't understand anything because their little brains aren't wired yet. So I get it. Lions aren't picking a tight end, so if Jets don't take him, Sadiq will be there for the Vikings. See, that's a pick that I would be like, I wouldn't be angry with it. T.J. Hawkinson, post-surgery, they still have Josh Oliver, but like, that kid's a stud. I wouldn't be upset with that pick. Less than a year, so far food, but he does play fetch. That's fun. I'll tell you my favorite thing, Jonathan and Charlotte. One of the things that stuck with me forever because all the simple Kenyon Sadiq, tight end to Oregon, and Oregon goes to the Jets, so that's off the table. Good for him. Getting some weapons out there in New York, New Jersey, whatever you want to call them. I'll tell you about dogs. That one of the sayings that always stuck with me, and it's simple, but you said that he likes to play fetch too. A tired dog is a happy dog.
Oh, Kenyon Sadiq for the Jets.
Oh, yeah. Either of the Oregon boys, I'm perfectly fine with that. Both are outstanding players. It's the offseason. Time for Addison to do something stupid again. Well, he already did. If you didn't hear about that fire breather. Like 2 days after the league year was over, he got a trespassing charge at a casino. Yeah, that's what I said too, fire breather. I want the pick is in for Detroit. Good for y'all. So the Vikings would be up next. Ironic coming from a guy who said, let's get paid, and then you do something stupid every year, so you try not to get. That's exactly what I said. We had a Staffy pit mix. He was awesome. Yeah, that's a fun breed. He is smart enough to learn a hand signal. It's funny that you say that. Most of the time, dogs will hear you say something, and they kind of understand it after a lot of repetition, but they pick up on your body movement the most. Your body movement and mannerisms, the things that you don't realize you're doing, that's the number one way you communicate to your dog. So it's funny.
All right, what's your guess for Detroit?
For Detroit, who's available? And then I can make my assumption.
I think it's going to be Jermod McCoy, the cornerback from Tennessee.
They do need corner help. They do. Freeling from Georgia would be great too. What is Freeling? What position is that, Wes? Nothing wrong with cats. I'll tell you what, I have a fun story about cats. When I was in El Paso at my last duty station, one of my friends, shout out to Jonathan, he's a diehard Cowboys fan, They went on vacation for 5 days, and they told me to come and check on their cat. They took their keys with them, and I couldn't get in their house without breaking a door down.
Oh
And he
boy.
said, "Oh, we left plenty of food out, at least for 2 or 3 days worth. You're good." I said, "What about water?" He's like, "Oh no, he's got a giant water bowl. He's fine." I said, "Your cat's gonna die, and I'm gonna feel bad." He goes, "He won't." And I begged them for the day. I was like, "Let me just bust out one of the panels in your door. We'll get it replaced." He goes, "Don't do it. It's fine." They came back 5.5 days later. That cat was fine. He had killed a couple of mice. He obviously ate his food, but cat was fine, sustained on his own. I was like, that would never happen with one of my
Just
dogs.
chilling when you open the door.
Dude, couldn't care less. Probably didn't even notice they were gone.
Well, I got a
Hilarious.
notification on my phone. Vikings are on the clock.
Hell yeah, nice. Offensive tackle. He's the best available player as of now. Okay, who are we replacing, Wes? Are we replacing Brian O'Neill, or are we replacing Christian Darrisaw? I'm open to listening to all theories. I don't care. I like both of those players. Brian O'Neill probably getting a little older, but Christian Darrisaw also, is he going to be the same year after his recovery? I don't know. I just hope we turn a pick in. Yeah, let's not do that again. We did get who Kevin Williams out of that, but let's not do that. Let's not go through that shit. Yeah, they're natural born hunters and they're nocturnal too. I heard plenty of stories about cats playing parkour at 3 in the morning around people's houses. That's hilarious. That would drive me
I wish
nuts.
Bernie was a better mouser. He is not. Maybe if I stopped giving him soft food in the morning, maybe he'd actually do some mouse.
I'm also a big proprietor of crate training for Charlotte and Jonathan. You should feed your dog in there. That's the only place. And don't leave your food out all day. Don't leave their food out for them all day. Give them 15 to 20 minutes to eat it and then pick it up. If they don't eat it, they will become dependent on that. They're not going to die, I promise you. Your dog can skip a meal, it's not going to kill them. And make that their happy place. If you associate that with food and treats and there's never any like discipline with the crate, it'll serve you wonders, because later on when you need to go out for the day, like my work dog's right here. You guys have never heard a peep out of him. He spends tons of time in here. I let him out every couple of hours. I feed him in there. I give him treats in there. I mean, that's his spot. I don't mess with it. So that's highly recommended. I used to do that when I trained pet dogs. Highly recommend. Scott, why did you ruin it for us? I'm mad at you right now. Don't tell us who they picked. Damn it, Scott. He's an outside dog. We don't mix cats and dogs. It doesn't end well. You could. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you socialize them correctly, it could work. Now it's hard as hell. It's hard as hell to discipline a cat. Cats don't give a shit, so that's fine.
Yeah, I still don't even have Detroit to pick in.
Yeah, that's right, Andrew. Dogs will learn to respect cats. Cats don't give a shit, man. They're not scared of them. All right. Each needs their own space. Hybrid. I get it. Uh-oh. The 19th best player on the board F this team. All right. Well, now that my brothers texted me and it showed up here and Scott put it in there, cool. I know who we took. You guys may or may not like it. I am a big... They must love this person is all I'm going to say. Blake Miller, offensive tackle from Clemson. So you have Makai Lemon, you have McCoy. Fields best available number 4 is the safety from Oregon, and then number 5 would be Akeem Mizdor, edge from Miami. I don't really need an edge either.
Yeah, I'm just getting Detroit's pick right now. Blake Miller.
Vikings on the clock. Why is the broadcast so
Find
delayed?
Blake Miller on my list.
Unfortunately, the Vikings are right at the spot where, if you wanted to trade back, my brother told me who we got, and I was like, oh, it's not who I would expect at 18. I don't think his value's there, et cetera, et cetera. He's like, hey, you could have pulled the Chiefs and moved up 3 spots to get the same player you could have gotten at 9. All right, the 18th pick. The Vikings take Caleb Banks, defensive tackle from Florida. According to ESPN, he can play tackle or end, so maybe they get rid of Grenard. Maybe that shit
Yeah,
is
he's
true.
very versatile, a big fella.
Let's see what these measurables are. I'm going to watch the tape really fast, too, when it comes around.
He's got a little bit of a foot issue that I guess I got to keep an eye on, but hopefully that's not a big problem.
Hometown, Detroit, Michigan. He is a Florida Gator, 6'6" and 1/4, 327 pounds, 35-inch arm length. Will eventually be a plus starter. Nice.
He'll fit in really well right in the middle of that defensive line.
That's a big boy. Holy shit. I like these highlights.
And I actually like the depth for Minnesota's ends, so. Pretty excited.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see a couple good plays. All right. I can be talked into it. According to the prospect grade on NFL.com, 6.37 eventually will be a plus starter. Strengths. Outstanding physical traits with good short area quickness. Uses long arms and heavy hands to stun the blockers. Has power to press and separate. Controls the action convincingly when he lands first. Above average first step quickness and pursuit. Rush traits waiting to be unlocked as a pro. Combines step fake and a slap to create pressure. Above average burst to close on the quarterback. The weaknesses. He looked heavier and slower in 2025 when he dealt with a foot injury. Yeah, well, obviously. Plays with high hips, losing ground to double teams. Hands get a little sloppy from working blocker to blocker. I feel like that would be everybody. It takes time to disengage and tackle his gaps. Fatigues and sees his rush effectiveness decline when he fatigues. Yeah, that's not great. But
oh, you mean the 350-pound guy that is playing his heart out gets tired? Weird.
I'm thinking like this is everybody that looks like that. What do you mean? Wes says I'm okay with that. Maybe they're hoping to get Sharif Floyd. I hope it's not Sharif Floyd 2.0. That would fucking suck. NFL writer
Florida DT, so maybe
sending. Yeah. We talked about that on the thing. It says in our podcast was our chat was trading Grenard to Philadelphia was already agreed upon. I just don't know how that would get leaked. The Vikings would keep that very quiet because they don't want people to know. That's why I don't believe that, but whatever. Panthers go safety from Oregon, or they take Lemon. Yeah. They could use either one of those. Pretty poor DT classes here, so I guess I didn't really like any of them. The later option. Yeah, that makes sense. I trust this team, man. I'm sorry to say that. I don't mean to poo-poo on him because he's not here anymore now, but like I like, and now that Quessie's gone, like dude, you have free reign to do whatever you want. I trust this team. So
I think this pick makes sense, and it'll be a good fit for the defense. But I wanted a little bit more oomph, you know?
yeah, and like we were saying at the beginning of the show, because there's only about 15 or 16 first round raids through everywhere in the draft, probably is going to feel a little underwhelming, but like I don't hate it. Especially when I'm looking at NFL.com and it says this will eventually be a starter based on their grade.
Right.
Like it says 6.73. And it's got a, I don't want to show you guys because my phone is super bright, but you can see if I turn it down a little bit. Next gen stats is 73, and it's got green right here. If that's good and it's not in the yellow or the red, I'm totally all right with that. Let's read more. That's cool. Production score is a 66. That's in the yellow. Athleticism 80. Total score 73. He's athletic as hell. They just gotta train him up, and I think they can do that.
Yeah, I think this is that point in the draft where a lot of the more talked about and more regarded prospects are gone, so you get the guy that fits your scheme and does what you want him to do and call that a day.
If Banks and Dallas.
No point in getting fancy and trying to grab like a wide receiver or something like that. I get it. But it does make you wonder if a tight end was there or an edge rusher, would that have been the pick? All right, so we got the Panthers with Monroe Fleming.
If Banks and Dallas are the future of this D line, we have a good pick. Yeah, I think so. Offensive tackle from Georgia to the Panthers. That's good for Bryce Young.
But all right, I think that's going to do it for me. Are you all set for the night?
I'll stay on for a couple more minutes so we can get these on, but I really appreciate it, man.
All right, yeah, I'm going to call her.
Cowboys are on the clock. We apologize in advance if they do jump back into the first round. I have work in the morning, so I got to get some semblance of sleep tonight, but I'll stay on for another 5 minutes. We can chat, but go check out Adam's work on the Viking Age, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube and give us a like on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching. But yeah, I'll hang for another couple minutes.
Cool, cool. I got to figure out how to leave here because I'm not really sure anymore. Because I minimized that. There we go.
There you go.
All right, catch you guys later.
See you, Adam. All right, guys. I know that's a little underwhelming, but we got to go on potential here. Because of who was available, obviously you think about the safety. You got to look at the scheme fit, though. Like, do they think that Thieneman would have been – I know you made the joke of, like, I wanted another white safety. That doesn't mean every white safety is going to play like Harrison Smith. That would have been some shitty shoes to fill because nobody's going to be as good as Harrison Smith there. But, like, I understand the correlation. But I wonder if they just didn't think he was a fit as well. Cowboys are pulling a Quessy move and trading with a division rival. Hate that. Philadelphia is in. I have not seen because I don't have Twitter and I'm not looking. Let's see who they are taking. Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver. Hey, that means A.J. Brown is as good as gone. Let's go. He will be a New England Patriot. Nice. I hate the Eagles and their whole fan base, but that's a good pick. Good for them. Yeah. Safeties later are all right. Eagles get 20 and a 7th. The Cowboys get 23, 114, and 137. Ah, cool. Yeah, we'll do a deep dive. Try to do something on maybe Sunday or Monday to talk about this pick. After the draft is done, we'll do a post-draft show, and we'll go over all of the picks. But I don't hate this pick. I really don't. defensive tackle, Hargrave and Jonathan Allen were pretty disappointing last year. I do like the young guys on the roster that are going to be there, but that depth, you can never have enough depth. I love the athletic ability of this defensive tackle, so that gives me hope seeing some of these plays where he's just wrecking shop. It's pretty cool. We can still get Thieneman and going to have to pay for him, though. Yeah, you can take him. I'm trying to think of the other safety that bodes really well. I can't remember the name because Thieneman was like penciled in from everybody. So I saw the Texans. They're picking 28th. Do you extend C.J. Stroud after that horrible performance in the playoffs last year? Both of those games were bad, but technically he has started 3 years in a row and won a playoff game. He's 3-3 in the playoffs, and he's only been in the league 3 years. Hard pressed to say I wouldn't give that guy an extension. I wouldn't pay him top of the line money, but I would lock him up. McNeil Warren, that's who it is. Thank you, Scott. Yeah. Be okay with that. Kid from Toledo is a better fit for Flores. There you go. That's what I was trying to say from earlier. I don't dislike Thieneman at all. I don't know that the fit would be as well. Wasn't sure what we need anyway. It's funny, Jonathan. Well, we need secondary help. That's where I think we should focus next. Can never go wrong with an interior offensive lineman at the right pick, of course. Not in the first round. There's nobody here that's worth that. With Jalen Naylor gone, I do expect them to take a receiver in this draft. I expect them to take a running back at some point as well because Aaron Jones is old as shit. I love him. Aaron Jones, I love you, but NFL-wise, he is old. Jordan Mason's fine, but that's just that running back room leaves a lot to be desired. And Ty Chandler left. You guys remember that, so yeah. Pittsburgh's on the clock, and they still have 53 seconds left. Who are they going to take? Ty Simpson's gone. I cannot believe Ty Simpson went 13 to the Rams. That is insane to me. The more I look at Banks, I'm not upset. Very versatile. Yeah. I like that. The potential is definitely there. Hopefully we don't have another Sharif Floyd situation, but this will be fun to see the Steelers crowd go wild. I'm going to hop off of here in a second because I've got to go to bed. But yeah, we enjoy this. We've had the broadcast going now for 2 hours. This flew by, actually. I remember when we did this the first go-around, it was like 3 hours plus. I like this 8-minute per team format. I wish they would start promptly at 8 o'clock and have the clock going while they do the national anthem and shit, but it is what it is. I'm hoping the Vikings take hometown boy running back Emmett Johnson. Heard that name a couple times. Really good. Caleb Banks had the longest wingspan of the combine in 26 years. Good Lord. How are we on center? Who is that guy that's filling in for us at center now that Ryan Kelly retired? His name escapes me. But he's been the rotational center and guard the last few years. Not good, not terrible, just kind of average. See how he does. That's the plan currently as of April 23rd. A lot can change for them, but that's the plan so far, Jonathan. Who's making the pick for the Steelers? You got to have somebody awesome coming out there. Wouldn't it be great if Aaron Rodgers walked out and he's like, hey, by the way, I'll see you all in September. The pick is... he could just reach over the center and take the ball. That's hilarious. You know what? The more we talk about it in a short span, I'm pumped about that. That's cool. Yeah, Scott, that's what somebody was saying earlier. He is a Minnesota native. Who is this? Oh, is it Ben Roethlisberger coming out? Nice. That's a football city right there, and it's by the water. That's a beautiful shot. Better than Philadelphia. You could have a bunch of heroin addicts roaming around while you're making your draft picks. What a shithole. Ugh. Oh, man. Sorry, I had to take one last shot at the Eagles before I go to bed. Hurry up, ABC. What the hell are we waiting on? This is not Coachella. Just get your guy out there. Let's do it. They're like showing all these highlights now just because they're in that city. Man. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. We love doing this, even though Kyle didn't get to join us tonight. I think we had a good show with just Adam and I. I'll put it up here. Where's the draft? Yeah, that's hilarious, Scott. I'm going to put this up here for everyone just so they can go follow. We don't give Adam enough credit as it is. Go to the VikingAge.com. Give him some love. That's his primary job, guys. And if you click on any of the articles that he has, and just you don't even have to read the whole thing. If you just scroll to the bottom, his numbers go up, and that's how he makes his living. So he needs the clicks. He needs the views. Get on the Viking Age and help our boy out, please. And he'll have some articles up after this, I'm sure. Adder, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you. Scott, Wes, Jonathan, all of y'all, Charlotte. Really, really, really appreciate it. David, of course, appreciate you, brother. Fire Breather, good luck on the West Coast. Andrew, if you're still there, greatly appreciate you. Shout out to Wolfman Vike for joining us earlier. Trying to make sure we get everybody. My buddy Aaron joined as well. Maddie, love you. I think that's going to be it, boys and girls. Jerome Bettis is up there making the pick. Oh, Scott, you're being serious. That's funny. Good old Pittsburgh. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate all y'all. Guess you're not going to be streaming day. No, we're not going to be streaming day 2. I don't have my son, so I could, but it just wouldn't be like... I'd be lying to you if I said I knew any of those players tomorrow. It would strictly be just a hangout. Thank you, Wes. He said, thanks for doing that. That's awesome. You guys did the show for us. That's a funny thing. Like, you know, we're just fans like you guys doing this. Max Enetcher, I can't even, offensive tackle from Arizona State. Cool. Not a sexy pick, but that's a football pick right there. Hell yeah. Somebody's whole ass is hanging out of their pants, too, while they do this party at home. That's hilarious. Pittsburgh. Look how happy this kid is. That's a big dude. Nice. You gotta love watching family celebrate. What a moment. Share that with your family. So cool. All this hype to draft an offensive tackle. That's so funny. You got to think Aaron Rodgers is coming back for one more. Mike McCarthy's there. It's cool. Appreciate it. Wes, thank y'all. Adder, Scott, you're the man. Jonathan, thank you. I appreciate it. We do enjoy this. This is very good. All right, I promised earlier I would get off. My brother's team is picking, so if he might just be watching on this, I'll wait to see. He's one of the 7 Chargers fans in the entire world, so we'll see what old John Harbaugh does. Mekhi Lemon is gone. Did they go safety? Derwin James is out there, I believe. Maybe that could be a sneaky off-season addition. I do love me some Derwin James. That dude, he's a monster. Let's see. Who are y'all picking? This dude never played football until JUCO. Who are you talking about, David? Amazing. Some real ballers. We have sexy, but need ballers. Dude, this is the comment of the day right here. I agree. Go pick some ogres and some gargantuans that just maul people. That's what you need. Max. Oh, okay. Nice. Somebody in my group chat did an AI photo of people sitting together for therapy, and it's Mike Vrabel, Robert Kraft, Aaron Hernandez, Bill Belichick, and A.J. Brown all at a therapist's office together doing that. So fucking funny. Oh my gosh. I love the internet. It is defeated. Undefeated. It's late. I can't talk. We enjoy sharing the Vikings talk with you guys. Man, I love everything about it. I had no idea that we would have a community, even though it's a small community, which I kind of prefer. We don't have a bunch of trolls in here talking shit, which is great. We got a small community of 10 to 20 people that consistently come on. They just brought out a bunch of food for all these guys, and I am so angry. I'm hungry as hell now. Oof. I just had a wave of hunger hit me. I'm going to go have some zebra cakes after this Chargers pick comes on TV. Nice. He never played college until JUCO. That's insane. That happens a lot in the UFC, man. There's a lot of people that get in and get contracts with the UFC, which is just insanity to think about. And they're like, yeah, I just started training 5 years ago. I don't care what age you're at. If you just started training jiu-jitsu or any kind of combat sports 5 years prior and you're fighting people professionally, that's awesome, though. Good for that kid. I know they were holding out on the bid for some of these Super Bowls in the future because they're trying to see if we go to 18 games. I thought that was interesting. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of when, not if they go to 18 games soon. Zebra cakes. Crowd streaming out of the venue. Now the Steelers are picked. Yeah, I don't blame him. Akeem Mezdor, edge from Miami. Nice. Congrats, little brother. You got an edge rusher. Pretty cool. My dad's a Chiefs fan. We have a broken household. My mom was the only faithful one to where we were geographically located. God rest her soul. The Panthers picked. So all the teams in my house have picked finally. Nutter Butters are great. That's fantastic. That's what I'm going to end the show on. Nutter Butters and zebra cakes. Hey, for real, I know that a couple of y'all are still watching me blab about absolutely nothing. I appreciate y'all. SKOL Vikes. We'll talk more about it. We'll have a recap show, like I said, Sunday or Monday. I'll try to get that scheduled. We'll go over all the picks and the projection of how we feel about the team. Just overall, any of the crazy draft stories. But, yeah, y'all be well and take care of yourselves. Be safe. We'll talk soon.